Folks, there has been uproar in the country recently. If you missed it, let me quickly update you. You see, the Salaries and Remuneration Commission has been conducting a job evaluation grading exercise for early childhood development and education teachers, ECD, or what we previously called nursery school teachers. Now, here is why Kenyans are upset. The grading and subsequent salary grades showed that the approved basic salary ranges from a maximum of 8,700 shillings at entry level to a maximum of 19,094 shillings for the highest level. That would be Senior ECD Teacher 1 with 15 years experience. Now, of course, you can imagine the outrage. Now, the SRC has quickly clarified the figures, saying that the media reports of an approved salary of 7,000 shillings was not accurate and only based on basic pay and did not, in fact, factor things like house allowance and commuter allowance. Nonetheless, let us look at those figures for a minute. A senior ECD teacher with a diploma and 15 years of experience is to get a basic pay of between 15 and 19,000 shillings? The picture gets more grim. You see, an entry-level ECD teacher has their basic pay at between 7,836 and 8,717 shillings. In Kenya, today, that is half the minimum wage. Is the SRC not aware of the concept of the minimum wage? Okay, let me go by the SRC's clarification, which they were very keen to put out, and I quote, this is what they said. They said, SRC advised a gross remuneration for the lowest cadre of ECD teachers in Nairobi at between 14,961 and 15,842 for those outside Nairobi, and between 13,211 and 14,092. This, ladies and gentlemen, is still lower than the minimum wage prescribed by the government, which is 15,120 shillings. How can this be? How can we be proud to say that this is what we are paying teachers? More so after a supposed evaluation and grading exercise. How is it that a government agency is recommending basic pay that is way below the minimum wage set by the same government? Let me put this into some perspective for you. Members of Parliament get what is known as a sitting allowance of 5,000 shillings per sitting. This is a sitting of a plenary or a committee. Now, you know, MPs can have up to a maximum of 4 sittings in a week, so they could easily earn 20,000 shillings to sit. Literally, just sit in a month. Whilst a teacher molding young minds and preparing them for their future would earn 14,000 shillings for working for a whole month. Working, not just sitting. If you compare the basic pay, that is 7,000 to teach and 5,000 to sit. Oh, but let me add SRC's clarification yet again. They said they considered affordability and fiscal sustainability of the wage bill for county governments. What are we doing in this country? What and who do we value? Is this how we value teachers, even with the so-called affordability and fiscal sustainability? All teachers are important in this country, but I would like to emphasize the important role of ECD teachers in laying a foundation for the citizens of this country. They teach our children how to read, how to hold a pen, how to write. In many instances, they teach them table manners, how to say please and thank you, how to speak, how to pronounce words correctly. They also help with potty training, how to peel an orange, how to peel an egg. They basically lay the foundation on which primary, high school teachers, and even university lecturers will lay the rest of the information. Basically, nursery school teachers teach our children how to be humans. And the rest now begin to impart knowledge. And how do we thank them? We pay them less than minimum wage. I mean, put yourself in the shoes of an ECD teacher today who has to deal with our children very patiently, yeah? And then they get less than minimum wage, which will be subjected to deductions like NSSF, which, by the way, is about to increase, huh? Not to mention the increased cost of living. What are they to do with pay like that in this country? And let's not even begin to speak of the delayed disbursement of funds to the counties, which often results in salary delays. Okay, fine. If we are to consider the affordability and fiscal sustainability of the wage bill, then I hope that the SRC says the exact same thing to MPs, who, by the way, are seeking another pay increase. I mean, what's good for the goose should surely be good for the gander, right? Folks, we have to decide who we are as a country, what we value, and what we don't. Now, I know that there is no amount of money that would be enough compensation for the very fundamental work that teachers, more so those in ECD, do. But what has been prescribed by no less than the SRC is shocking, to say the least. And you know, it may be a pointer to the way our society is today if this is how we treat the very important ECD teachers.